Today we are going to discuss about dashboard creation and what are the components in dashboard and best practices of Tableau dashboard. So let's get started. So what is a dashboard? So Tableau mainly uses a dashboard. So after creating the worksheets, earlier sessions we have discussed about how to create worksheets and all. So worksheet is the space where you can keep your columns, you can keep your fields in the row shelf, column shelf, or in the marks card, or in the filter shelf and all. So with that, we can create the worksheet. So all the worksheets combining together called as a dashboard. So basically a dashboard is a collection of several views, letting you compare a variety of data simultaneously. So whatever the data that I have prepared separately, so worksheets that I have prepared individually, so all those individual worksheets I can keep it in a dashboard and make a dashboard. So like worksheets, you access dashboards from tabs at the bottom of a workbook. The data and sheets and dashboards is connected, and when you modify a sheet, any dashboard containing it changes. So let's say if I have added one particular worksheet into the dashboard, so if I made any change in the worksheet, so that change will appear in the dashboard. So now let's see how we can create dashboard and how we can keep worksheets in the dashboard. So I'm just opening a Tableau desktop and I'm trying to connect to sample superstore data source. Okay, so here is my sample superstore data source, and this is called as a data pane. So wherever I see these columns, so the columns that are coming from the data source, so that I see on the left pane, and this is called as data pane. And let's create some worksheets, and let's try to keep those worksheets in the dashboard. So I'll create subcategory wise sales, and I'll create a bar chart. So here I can see subcategory wise sales. So the information of subcategory of sales, and this is a bar chart. Okay. Prashant, can you tell me one other type of chart so that we'll create that and we'll keep that in the dashboard? Any type of chart other than bar chart? Can you tell any other type of chart? Okay, let's create pie chart. So let's take region. Okay, click on this pie chart. So basically the importance of pie chart is to show the contribution of each and every region or category. So now I'm able to show the sum of sales, and I want to show the region, and I also want to show the sales. Instead of showing the sum of sales, I want to show the percentage contribution. So just right click on this and click on quick table calculation and percent of total. So I can see the contribution. So West region is contributing 31% of sales, and the East region is contributing 29% of sales. So I can see that contribution. Okay, so can anyone tell me how to create a donut using this pie chart? So do you know the steps? So donut chart is not directly available in Tableau, so we do workaround for this. So how to do that workaround is type in sum of 0 in the row shelf. So you will get an axis. So you will get an axis like this, and add one more axis. So I'm just control selecting the sum of 0 and putting next to that. So I'll get two axes. So I'll get two axes. I'll keep this pie chart on top of this one, and I'll make one pie chart as blank. So for every sum of 0, I'll get a marks card. So if I click on this, so this is marks card for this sum of 0. And if I click on this, this is a marks card for this sum of 0. So that there are two marks cards. If you see here to your left, so there are two marks cards. So one you can use for one sum of 0, which is one pie chart. and the other one you can use it for other pie chart. So I want to make this as blank. So let's remove everything from this. So we don't need this information from the other chart. I'll just remove. So this, I have made it as blank, and I'll combine these two. So to combine that, just right click on this and do a dual axis. Okay, so now it's top of one another. So now it's on top of one another, and I'll make the size as somewhat big, and I will also increase the size of this one. Okay, so likewise, I can create a pie chart, a donut chart actually. And instead of showing the gray color, what I will do is I'll make it as white color. Yeah. And I will remove these headers. So these headers are not needed. So right click on that and unclick the show header. And I don't want to show this 0 line. So go to format, go to lines and click on 0 lines and say none. So this way we can create a donut chart. Okay, so now that we have bar chart and line a donut chart, so let's create a tree map. So for tree map, I will take a state, or let's take a spatial chart. So double click on this, so you'll get a spatial chart automatically. So it will show the location of each and every state in that region. Okay, so I can see the state places in the this dot locations, and I want to show profit. Excuse me. Okay, so I want to show this location based on the value. Okay, so instead of seeing the dots, so I want to color each and every region with the profit. So just select this map. Okay, and it will be colored based on the value. So whatever is the value, so it starts from minus 25,729 to 76,381. Okay, so if it is in this color, we can identify that it is a less profit, and if it is in this color and the intensity of the color is more, then we can identify that the profit value is more. So this is about spatial chart. And let's show state names on the label and also the values on the label. So I can show labels like this. Okay, so now that I have created this spatial chart, let's create a tree map. So in tree map, I will take subcategory and seeds and click on tree map here. That is how I can create, or instead of tree map, let's create a word cloud. So let's select text here. Yeah. So I want to see each and every subcategory in a different color. Yeah. So instead of tree map, I have created word cloud. And here the size, but depending upon the size, I can say that the value of the sales is more. So in this, phones has the highest value, and envelopes, fasteners, art has the lowest value. Okay, so now we have created individual worksheets. So, yeah, Prashant. Okay. Okay, so I'll just remove everything. Okay, just drag sales and subcategory. Okay, so select here text. Okay, select here text and put sales in size, subcategory in detail. Okay, and put subcategory in the text so that you can see the names in the text, and put subcategory also in the color. So basically in the marks card, you need to select text and you need to keep subcategory in the color, sum of sales in the size. So based on the sum of sales, you can see the size of the text changing. So if the fonts has higher value, so the fonts will be shown with a bigger size compared to other. and this names are coming based on the subcategory. So you can put that in the text. Even if you remove this, it will come. So these three things are the main things. So subcategory, you need to put in marks card and text, and sum of sales and sales, and in type of marks, you need to select text. Is it clear? Okay, so this is how we can create. And okay, so these are four individual type of charts that are there. So I want to see all these worksheets at one place. To see all these worksheets at one place, I need to create a dashboard. So this is my dashboard, and I'll place all the worksheet that I have created just now. I'll put it here. So I'll just make this as automatic. Okay, so automatic is nothing but it will fit to the screen according to your screen size. Okay, so if your machine is having like 15 inches or 14 inches, so it will adjust to your screen size. And if you are connecting to desktop like of 21 inches or 20 inches, so it will according to your desktop size, so it will adjust the uh, this particular screen size, or this particular dashboard size will be adjusted accordingly. Okay, so now that I've created this, or else you can select manually. You can put this, you can select the manual width and all. You can put 1000 as width and height as 800, like that. So that also you can do. But for now, I'm just selecting automatic. Okay, so now let's put the dashboard title. So let's keep Superstore Analysis. Okay, so let's give the title as Superstore Analysis and make it in the center. So yeah, so there is a type called tiled mode, and floating mode. So I'll tell you both the modes. So currently I have taken tiled mode, which is the easier one. So we mostly use tiled mode, and I will tell you why we use floating mode. So compared to floating mode, so in tiled mode, we can directly keep the worksheets in the dashboard, just like that. So let's say if let's say I'm using only one worksheet, I want to use the entire space for only for that worksheet. So if I take that worksheet into this, so Tableau will automatically take the entire space for only one worksheet. And if I want to use another worksheet, so Tableau will adjust the other worksheet so that the space is distributed. Uh, the space is distributed consistently. So to this, whatever is the size, whatever is the height is there, so it will be same for the donut chart as well. So this will be done automatically if you keep the dashboard in tiled mode. And now if you take the other chart, so when you take even number of worksheets, so this is even number of worksheets that I have. So Tableau will automatically distribute equal sizes for all the worksheets. And when you have odd number of worksheets in your dashboard, but when you have odd number of worksheets, you might not be able to have the same sizes. Okay, so here you have one different size. So width is different for this one and this one. So let's keep the yeah. Okay, now let's keep word cloud as well. So when you have even number of worksheets, so for each and every worksheet, so the size is distributed equally. So this way we can see the size is distributed equally. And if you see, there is a okay, let's keep it here. Yeah. Okay, so now for each and every worksheet that you see, so it has distributed equal sizes for everything. So let's design it properly so that it looks good. If you see the pie chart is donut chart is not coming properly. So let's decrease the size. So let's decrease the size. Okay. And so if you see this spatial chart, so the dates, I mean, the names are looking cluttered. So let's remove the names on top of that. So let's remove it. If you want, you can show the numbers. Even the numbers are looking cluttered. So let's remove sum of profit label. Okay. So with the color, we can identify. So that is how, okay. And let's remove the titles. So by seeing, we can understand these are spatial charts and word clouds and all. Yeah. So now we have created these things. And okay, so designing the dashboard will be depending on the user, I mean, developer. So a developer's interest to create the dashboard in such a way. So requirements come from the clients or requirements come from the user, but design is maintained by the developer. So however you want to design, you can design. So I'll just show you one sample on how to design. So you can do however you want to design. So let's keep some borders. So I'll just keep borders for each and every object. So I'm just selecting the worksheet and going to this layout and clicking on the border. So here I can see the size of the border. So this I'll just select, I'm just selecting the first option. You can keep dotted lines as well, and you can increase the width of that uh, border. And I'm just taking this color of the border as this light gray color. And let's select the pie chart and go to layout, select the border, click on the line and select the color of the border. Yeah. So there is already a border which is already there for that. So don't need to keep the border for that. Here also there is a border, and let's keep for this. Okay, so visually it looks appealing when you keep some borders. So this will look like a complete dashboard. And when you see these are not arranged properly, so let's arrange this. So let's select border. Now, so let's remove the border for which they have given. So lines, we'll remove the lines and all. Okay. So this way we can create the lines. So this way we can create a dashboard with 4 worksheets. So at a time, I'm able to see subcategory wise sales and region wise donut chart, and I can also visualize the sales of the profit of each and every state, and there is a word cloud. So not only this, so I can't just see only the worksheets together. So there is also one important measure or one important thing that we can do while combining this into one particular dashboard. So we can create interactive dashboards. We can create interactive dashboards. So when I say interactive dashboards, so we have seen action filters. So by using action filters, select let's say dashboard actions and say action filter. And I want to click on any sheet and I want to I want to respond. I mean, that sheet has to implement on the other worksheet. So if I select something, so those related information should show on the other worksheets. And say okay. Okay, so I have selected all the worksheets as source, all the worksheets as source, and all the worksheets as target. So whenever I click on any worksheet, So other worksheets also will get react. So that is called interaction. So I'm just making it full screen. Let's say I'm selecting furnishings. You can see furnishings is also getting selected in the word cloud, and you can see the percentages is getting changed. So this is giving you the percentage contribution of furnishings in each and every region. And you can see the profit of furnishings in each and every state. So by clicking on this, so my dashboard is getting is interacting with other worksheets as well. So that is the main importance of keeping the worksheets together. And even if I select any state, if I select Canada, so the Canada is in West region. Canada belongs to West region. So when we are trying to find out the contribution, as I am selected only one region, so it is just showing the percentage contribution as 100%. And in Canada, so it is mainly on furnishings. So it is showing you furnishings. So let's select, sorry, Canada's, basically we are just filtering on the state. So that is Saskatchewan, and let's select Wyoming. In Wyoming, it is mainly on chairs. Let's select, yeah, in Nebraska and Iowa. So there are some subcategories. So these are the subcategories that are getting sold basically. And you can see the list of word cloud list is also getting changed. So this is how we can talk to each and every worksheet by keeping all the worksheets together. And let me take, so let's just, so I'm just taking the snapshot. So in Tableau dashboard, not only in Tableau dashboard, in any reporting tool, so this place, so this is the most important place. So this is most important place. So whenever you open any PowerPoint or any dashboard or any visualization, so our why, so most human beings will look at the left top position. I mean, this is basically the analysis which analysis done by some scientists says that, so most of the human beings will watch whenever you give any presentation or whenever you show something. So our eye will look at the left top position. So whatever visualization that you want to keep, the very most important chart, you have to keep it in the left top position. So that, I mean, that means if that chart is important for you and you have to show keenly, so that chart you have to keep it in left top position, and that will register in their human brain. So I have kept this subcategory by sales. So whenever I keep this, so users or the clients will look into the left top position worksheet, and rest they will look at it at the later point. So that is about the best practices. So I'll just take a pause. So if you have any questions. Yeah, Rakim. Hello. Yeah, you were saying something? Okay, yeah, sure. So we have discussed about tiled mode. So let's just show you again. So I have just taken this automatic. So when I select title, so it was, mm-hmm. Yeah. So after creating the worksheets, you have to combine it together. So we will not show these worksheets to the users. So let's remove this. So I have created these 4 worksheets and I have created this dashboard. I have placed this. So I will hide these worksheets. Okay, so I'll just publish this dashboard in the server and I will provide them the access. So I will not show the worksheets to the user. So individual worksheets I will not show. So whatever filters I want to show, I will show it here itself. Okay, so now that we have discussed about tiled mode, so with tiled mode, I can just drag and drop and hide all worksheets. So I can just drag drop like this and I can keep directly. So you don't need to worry about the distribution, is it same or not. So within seconds, I can create the dashboard. So, and don't worry about the height and width. So Tableau will automatically set the height and width of that particular worksheet so that it will distribute equally. So that is how we can do. And what happens when you select floating mode? So in floating mode, it will not distribute the size uh, equally. So let's take floating. So it will give you like this. So we have to arrange it manually. So go to layout. So you have to enter the width and height. So if you want to keep 500 as width and 300 as height, so you have to enter each and every value manually. And this is X. X is nothing but, I'll just to show you. Even you have to give X value and Y value. Okay, so X value is nothing but from this side, how much distance, how many units of distance you want to keep. Units of distance. From left. This is X. And Y is nothing but from top, what is the distance? How many units of distance is there? From top, okay, so now let's see. So now it is in middle of the dashboard. So it is 176 units from left side. So if I keep it 0, so it will be, I mean, there are no units, like it is attached to the left side itself. So it is starting from here. So it went to that. So if you keep on increasing the X value, so this sheet is moving towards your right. That means this much is the distance from the starting position to this sheet. So if you want to place it here, so you can enter the distance and you can keep it. And Y value is nothing but the position of this worksheet from the top. So it is from top. So this is your starting position. This is the starting position of your dashboard. And the distance is 234 units. From here to here, it is 234 units. If I make this 0, so it will stick to top. And if you increase Y, so it will keep on increasing like this. So this way you can see the worksheet. And so let's say if I want to create a dashboard like this, okay, so it will be very tedious to create like this. So you have to take X and Y value and you have to keep width and height. So you have to enter each and every value manually. So we don't use this floating to keep the worksheets. So we only use this floating mode to keep any logos. So let's just take some logos. So I have prepared this particular dashboard and now I will keep it in a floating mode. So I will take image. So I'll just click on choose. So I'll pick one image and say okay. Okay, so with with floating mode, I can arrange however I want to. So this is the manual process. So you can directly drag and drop, or you can go to layout and you can set the size. So height, I have set it as 44. Instead, I will set it as 50. And from the top, so it is from 16. So I'll just to move little bit top. So I'll reduce this Y. Yeah. So that is how I can put some images. So to put some image or to keep any worksheet on top of another worksheet, then you will use it. Or let's say I'll just create one pie chart. Let's say category, sales, and select pie chart. Okay, so let's say if you want to keep any worksheet on top of another worksheet, then you can use it. So I'll take pie chart, format, let's take shading, worksheet shading as none, remove this. So likewise, I can keep this worksheet in the on top of another worksheet. Yeah. So like this, I can keep any other worksheets. So there are two options for floating. So if you want to keep any images as logo, so in your organization, you can keep any logo. So your organization's logo towards your right or towards your left of the dashboard, you can keep it. Or if you want to keep any worksheets on top of another worksheet, then also you can use. Otherwise, you should use tiled mode. So in tiled mode, the advantage is you can just directly drag and drop so that it will distribute each and every worksheet. So the size of the worksheets are distributed evenly. Okay, so you don't need to worry about height and width of each and every worksheet. So Tableau will automatically set it. Okay, so that's how we can use tiled and floating. And we will also discuss about some of the dashboard components. So we also have some of the dashboard components like horizontal container and vertical container. Okay, so let's take horizontal container. Yeah, Rakib, it is in floating mode. Mm-hmm. Pie chart is this is worksheet. Hmm. Yeah, I have kept it on top of an. Sorry, can you repeat your question? State one. Huh. Hmm. Here also you can put this sheet here as well. So here you are showing the region wise and this is category wise. Hmm. Not only pie chart, you can create any worksheet and you can keep there. Let's say bar chart is there. But bar chart will not look good. That's why I kept pie chart. You can put it depends. It depends. Mostly keep four or six. So not more than that. So we should not keep the scroll bar coming. Okay. So there are sometimes if I increase the width of this height of this, okay, towards your right, you will get a scroll bar. You can keep any number of worksheets. There is no such limit. Okay. There is no such limit like you have to keep only these many sheets. But advisable is to, it has to fit to your screen. Okay. I should not be allowing them to like scroll like this. So scrolling will, what will happen is, so they will look at your dashboard and they will see, currently you are able to see only bar chart and a donut chart. Until unless you scroll down, you don't see this spatial chart and this thing. So as a good practice, you should use, it has to fit your screen so that all the worksheets are visible to the user. So let's put it in automatic mode. Yeah. So now at a time they can see all the worksheets so that they will not miss any information. So just give me a second. I'm getting a call. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Sagar. Chinchal this side from Multimatrix.
Hi, Chinchal.
So you have interview at 12 p.m. So you'll be joining, right?
12 p.m., right? 1 p.m. 12 p.m.
Yes, yes, 12
Okay.
p.m.
Yeah, I will join. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Rakib, is it clear? Okay. So we'll discuss about few other components. Uh, let's remove this. So horizontal container. And keep this bar chart and do not shaft. So horizontal is where you can keep your works horizontally and select horizontal container and distribute contents evenly. Okay, so when you use this, so it will distribute contents evenly. So if you want only two sheets to be together every time, so you can use this. So, and let's horizontal container. So horizontal container, basically you can keep worksheets horizontally like this. You can keep as many sheets that you want. And I'll show you vertical container. And you can put worksheets vertically. And select the vertical container and click on this and select distribute contents evenly. So when you click on this, so it will size the size of the worksheets will be distributed evenly. So whatever the size is there for spatial chart, the height and width, so it will be changed accordingly. And I can select this together and I can increase the size of the two sheets at a time. So by using these containers, so I can create, so this is we mostly don't use. Why? Because if we are in tiled mode, so we don't need to worry about height and width. So this is just to know the information. So if you are trying to place individually, so the size and the height and width of the each and every sheet, you can control it based on the container. So in vertical container, it will keep the worksheets vertically. When I say vertically, it will keep on keeping the one below the other. So this is vertical container. And this is about horizontal container, where you can keep your worksheets side by side. And we can use distribute contents evenly option so that it will distribute the size uh, equally. So whatever size is there for one worksheet. So even if you keep 3 worksheets, so keeping it in the container. So drag this, hold your shift button, and then it will show you, or then it will highlight this location. Then you have to remove this cursor. So then only it will go into the worksheet. So you need to try this. So until unless you try how to keep the worksheets in the container, so it's very typical to do it for the first time. So practice it today itself. So how to keep it in the container and publish it in the Tableau server. I mean Tableau public, and share the link. So that is about horizontal and vertical containers. So that you can change the size of the 3 worksheets or 2 worksheets. Whatever you put in that container will change according to the size. If you in that way you can control the size of all the worksheets, whatever you put in that container. Okay, so we have discussed about horizontal and vertical container. Now let's talk about text. So text also, let's say if you want to specify some specific things, so you have to take it in floating mode. So let's say I want to specify some specific information that I want to give. So comments I want to share to show the percentage contribution of region. So if you want to give some specific information, so you can type in text and you can give that information. So here also you can do the formatting. So a lot of options are available. So you can do select this font and you can increase the sizes to these many, and you can keep bold, italic, underline, and you can change the size of color of that, and you can say center align. So all these things we can do. And so we also have an option of ask data. So this will work only when you publish it to the Tableau server. So you can just type in your questions and you can ask data and it will create dashboards accordingly or worksheets accordingly. And let's say when I say show me subcategory wise sales. So if I type in that, so it will show you 3 types of charts, pie chart, bar chart, and line chart. So whichever chart that you have selected, so let's say bar chart you have selected, so you'll see this information. So without dragging and dropping. So if you talk like we ask questions to ChatGPT or to Google, it will give you answers. In the same way, ask data is to you can ask questions to dashboard, so it will answer based on the charts. And the image we have discussed. So based on this, if you want to keep any logos or anything, so you can keep the logos. And blank, yeah. Which one? Ask data, it will not work here. It will work only in the Tableau server. Yeah. So once you publish it to the server, so I'll just show you how it works. So it started from 2021.2. Okay. So once you publish to the server, so you can type in your questions here. Hope you can see my screen. So like this, you can type in your questions. Let's say profitability in Arizona. So it will filter on profitability. Arizona, it will select. And yeah, see, they are typing profitability in Arizona. So Arizona will get filtered in this from the states. And by segment, they want to select. Okay, so it will show you bar chart. And you can also change it to other charts as well. So profitability is nothing but sum of profit it is taking. In Arizona, it's nothing but it is filtering on state Arizona. By segment, if you say, so segment dimension it is taking. Segment we have. I'll just show you same chart in our Tableau desktop. So what they are doing is segment they are taking and state they are filtering Arizona, and they are taking profit. Okay, so for same information, I have to create these things. I mean, I need to manually create. But if you publish to the server, you can directly ask to the Tableau dashboard itself. So from the data, whatever information is there, so it will show you visually. Yeah. Does this answer your question, Rakib? Yeah. So I can't show it now. Why? Because I don't have Tableau server installed in my PC. So yeah. So once you have Tableau server, so you can put it as an icon here. So this extension can be used. Ask Data extension can be used. And I'll just okay, blank. So blank is something if you want to, let's say I have, let me just create, okay, sheet 6 is there. So I have kept this sheet 6 over here, and I have 3 worksheets on top. Okay, so here I have 3 worksheets on top, and below I have 2 worksheets. Okay, to fill this gap, look, it is not looking consistent. So to fill this gap, what I will do is I will take a blank. Okay, so that it will look alike. So if there are any gaps that are there, so if you want to fill it to look consistent, so we can use blanks. I'll keep the borders for this, borders for this. Okay, so this way you can make the worksheet look consistent. Okay, so click on this PowerPoint presentation mode. So if you click on this presentation mode, you can see the dashboards. Okay, so that is the importance of blank, and you can keep web page as well. So let's remove this blank, and I can keep web page. Let's say I want to keep Wikipedia. .com. So I can show that page here. So let's type in edit URL. Let's type in www.google.com. Okay, so like this, you can add uh, the browser. So in your organization, you can enter whatever organization's link that you can add. Okay, so there are some other components that are there. So we'll just discuss about that in the next session. So any questions from this session? Text one. The text is to give some comments about the worksheets. So just drag it. So it will ask you to enter something. Let's say comment. Hmm. Sorry, can you? I didn't get your question. Text show. This okay. This one, word cloud. Okay. So I'll just do it from the starting. Okay, so just select text here. Okay, in marks card, just select text and take subcategory and put it in the color, and subcategory put it in the text, and sales put it in the size. That's it. Okay, then we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you all for joining.